Hey, Steelers Nation. The offseason is heating up, and you better believe the Steelers are doing everything they can to improve and bring more W's to Pittsburgh. Big decisions are on the horizon, and today we've got some exclusive insights into the chase for Deebo Samuel, the latest quarterback situation, and what it all means for the black and gold. Plus, we'll break down what this means for the AFC North and how the Steelers are positioning themselves to compete in 2025. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss the latest Steelers updates. All right, let's get into it. So, the big headline right now is Deebo Samuel. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reports that multiple teams are eyeing the 49ers. Star receiver. And guess what? The Steelers are right in the mix. We all know Pittsburgh needs a reliable weapon on the outside, and Deebo's dual threat ability as both a receiver and runner could be a game changer. CBS Sports even proposed a trade idea, a fourth-round pick straight up for Samuel. That's right, just a fourth-rounder. Now, that might sound like a steal, but there's more to the story. Deebo's production dipped in 2024 with just 670 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. But let's not forget, this guy was an all-pro in 2021 with over 1,400 yards. A fresh start in Pittsburgh could help him get back to that elite level. What makes this even more interesting is Deebo's contract situation. He's due $17.55 million next season, and if the 49ers trade him before June 1st, they'd take a $31 million dead cap hit. That puts San Francisco in a tough spot. They either find a trade partner willing to take on that salary or risk cutting him for nothing. This could play right into the Steelers' hands if they're patient and wait for the right moment. Of course, it won't be easy. Adam Schefter says the Ravens are also interested, and the Bengals could jump in if T. Higgins leaves. But if Samuel truly wants to come to Pittsburgh, as some reports suggest, that could tip the scales in our favor. And let's not forget, adding Samuel would give the Steelers a dynamic trio alongside George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth, making life a lot easier for whoever lines up under center. Imagine this. It's a cold Sunday afternoon at Acrisure Stadium. The defense is stacking the box to stop Najee Harris, leaving Pickens one-on-one on the outside. Meanwhile, Deebo lines up in the slot, ready to take a quick screen and turn it into a 50-yard gain. Suddenly, the Steelers' offense isn't just good, it's downright dangerous. What do you think, Steelers Nation? Should the team pull the trigger and bring Deebo to the Steel City? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now let's shift gears to the quarterback situation, because, let's face it, this is the storyline everyone's watching. Both Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are heading toward free agency. And unless Pittsburgh locks one of them down soon, we could be looking at a brand new QB in 2025. Justin Fields is the fan favorite, and for good reason. He's young, athletic, and still developing as a passer. Plus, he finished last season strong, going 4-2 as a starter. But here's the twist. The New York Jets are emerging as a serious contender for Fields. Steelers insider Mark Kaboly says there's now a better than 50-50 chance Fields ends up in New York, where he could reunite with Garrett Wilson and play in one of the biggest markets in sports. So where does that leave Pittsburgh? The front office still has options. They could re-sign Russell Wilson, explore the trade market for a veteran like Matthew Stafford or Aaron Rodgers, or even draft a rookie. But let's be honest, Fields fits the mold of what this team needs right now. Youth, mobility, and untapped potential. And here's the kicker. If Mike Tomlin had stuck with Fields instead of giving Wilson a shot late last season, this might not even be a conversation. Fields would have had more time to prove himself, and the Steelers could have gone into this offseason knowing they had their QB of the future. Now, the decision isn't as clear-cut. Some fans might argue that Wilson's experience and leadership make him the safer bet. But let's face it, if the Steelers want to compete with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Chiefs, they need a quarterback who can extend plays, pick up yards with his legs, and push the ball downfield. Fields checks all those boxes, and at just 26 years old, his best football is still ahead of him. One more thing to keep in mind, the Steelers are scheduled to face the Jets in New Jersey next season. So if Fields does sign with New York, Don't be surprised if he has a little extra motivation to show Pittsburgh what they're missing. Imagine the headlines. Justin Fields torches Steelers in revenge game. That's not a storyline anyone in Pittsburgh wants to see. So, the big headline right now is George Pickens. Drafted in the second round of the 2022 NFL Draft, Pickens was widely regarded as one of the most talented receivers in his class. However, concerns about his attitude and maturity caused him to slip to the second round. Despite these concerns, he's proven to be a key playmaker for the Steelers, even in an offense that has struggled with consistency at quarterback. The Steelers now face a critical decision as Pickens' rookie contract expires after the 2025 season. Historically, Pittsburgh hasn't hesitated to move on from talented but controversial wide receivers, leaving many fans wondering if Pickens will follow that trend. Some see him as a passionate competitor who hates losing, while others worry that his demeanor might be detrimental to the locker room. Steelers insider Mark Kaboly recently shared some inside information on 93.7 The Fan, suggesting that Pickens is close to being 100% healthy after dealing with a hamstring injury in 2024. Kaboly believes the Steelers' focus this offseason will be on adding a reliable number 2 receiver who can complement Pickens, allowing the team to evaluate his long-term fit without feeling pressured. Kaboly specifically mentioned veteran wide receiver Keenan Allen as a potential fit. Despite turning 33, Allen remains productive, posting 70 catches for 744 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2024. Kaboly emphasized that Allen wouldn't be brought in to mentor Pickens, he'd be expected to contribute on the field. You throw Deebo Samuel or Calvin Austin in there and draft a guy. Now you have a decent room, Kaboly explained. The strategy is to build depth and stability at the wide receiver position so that if Pickens leaves after 2025, the team won't be left scrambling for a replacement. As for Pickens' long-term future, Kaboly noted that the Steelers are still uncertain. The upcoming 2025 season will be a pivotal one as the team evaluates whether Pickens has the consistency and maturity to be their long-term WR1. The Steelers are unlikely to trade him before the season, but his performance in 2025 will heavily influence their decision when it comes to offering a contract extension. All right, Steelers Nation, now it's your turn. Should the team go all in on Deebo Samuel? Is Justin Fields the QB we need, or should the front office explore other options? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a Steelers update. Until next time, here we go, Steelers, here we go!